più bella di Spagna sei tu. E sono ritornato stasera a cantare per te. Il sogno d'amore che tu mi hai rubato perché si via ricorda così l'ebbrezza che un giorno ci unì, ricordi e rimpianti, dolcezze e picanti d'amore. La donna mia tutta la vita, ma resto qui a cantar per chi mi sta lontano. Oh Siciliana, Siviglia mia, a te fata il mio cuore, il sogno pieno di poesia, io resto qui a cantar solo per te. Siviglia mia.
I believe my analysis of Franco Ricci stemmed from years of in-depth understanding and hands-on experience in vocal technique. In particular, within the framework of my own theory, the Clockwise Breath Distribution Model, I observed that Ricci's breath support is almost entirely concentrated in the horizontal region from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, which makes it very clear to me that his breathing does not extend into the lower abdominal or subdiaphragmatic areas. Wide heavy checkmark key technical characteristics I've observed. High placement resonance and mass singing technique. I find that Ricci's tonal placement is extremely high. His voice clearly hangs in the nasal cavity, forehead, and hard palate. The classic mask area. This technique gives his voice a bright, direct, and penetrating quality. However, I've also noticed that while this approach creates a saturated tone in the upper range, it lacks flexibility. I sense that his high notes feel trapped in the mask and are unable to truly soar or launch upward with freedom. In other words, the sound stops at the mask instead of being released into the sky. Minimal use of subdiaphragmatic support from my observation. Ricci doesn't rely on diaphragmatic or abdominal support. Instead, he seems to employ a kind of full-lung singing by expanding the chest, ribs, shoulders, and even the neck laterally. While this method does generate a strong dynamic tension that makes his voice sound full and powerful, it sacrifices breath depth and fine control. This type of support doesn't allow for subtle dimming or color shifting of the sound, which can lead to a relatively one-dimensional emotional palette. Validation of the Clockwise Breath Distribution Model. In my own theory, the R from 9 to 3 o'clock represents upper body lateral expansion, and Ricci is a textbook example of this. His voice feels locked in this horizontal band, without participation from the lower abdomen or the back. As a result, while his voice is stable, it often lacks warmth and emotional depth. To put it another way, his sound is very bright but not deep. Warning my view on his limitations and stylistic choices, I must acknowledge that Ricci's voice is, in some ways, refreshing. However, I also feel that his high mass technique overly emphasizes tonal brightness and forward projection. This focus comes at the cost of emotional resonance. His sound aesthetic is certainly striking, but it doesn't quite reach into the depths of the listener's soul. He seems to be demonstrating a technique more than telling a story. Direct hit how I learn and absorb from other singers, I firmly believe that studying any singer should never mean blind imitation. From Ricci, I've certainly absorbed a unique tonal quality. That open, high-position resonance is a valuable reference. But I'm also very clear, this is just one out of over 100 vocal styles in my own system. I won't let it confine me. I'll borrow what's useful, but leave aside the shallow breathing and limited resonance palette. I feel that true vocal artistry lies in fusion, not replication. Like an alchemist refining metals, I aim to extract the purest vocal metal from each singer and fuse it into my own personal alloy. Conclusion, I don't consider Franco Ricci a perfect singer, but he represents a distinctive vocal aesthetic. His technique is well suited for practicing high placement, mask focus, and tonal brightness. Technically, he has inspired me in many ways, but he's also helped me confirm an essential truth. Truly moving singing is not about stacking techniques. It's about a deep integration of breath and emotion.
Porta senza tremare, noi ci dicimmo addio e ci volimmo ancora tanto bene. Ma senza gioia sta felicità, st'amore che ci dormente, che ci strugge, st'amore che tu s'astregna tutte e due, chiari il tuo cuore non sarà pochi, è proprio amore che non può morire. St'amore è a vita tua e a vita mia, una via è un capriccio e una bugia, sia un destino che ci fanno il mentre dicimmo addio, torniamo a a vita tua e a vita mia. Ma sia un capriccio e una bugia, sia un destino